Approaches to message authentication. Encryption protects against passive attacks such as eavesdropping. There is a need for some different requirements to protect against active attacks such as falsification of data and transactions. Protection against such attack is known as message authentication. A message, file, document, or other collection of data is said to be authentic when it is genuine one. Genuine means here that comes from the alleged source or the legal source. The definition for message authentication is it's a procedure that allows communicating parties to verify that received messages are authentic. That means whenever you receive any message, you know that the message is sent by a proper sender, not by the opponent. The two important aspects are verify that the content of the message have not been altered and that the source is authentic. Two aspects are we have to consider whatever the message transmission is going on, it is not altered by the opponent and it is sent by the authentic source, not by the opponent. That concept we have to learn here, that is called as message authentication. There are several approaches for message authentication. Some of them are authentication using conventional encryption, and second one is called as message authentication without message encryption. First we will study what is the meaning of authentication using conventional encryption. Here conventional encryption means simply using symmetric encryption. For authentication purpose, we are using a symmetric encryption. If we assume that only the sender and receiver share a single key, then only genuine sender would be able to encrypt a message successfully. For the other opponent or participant, provided the receiver can recognize a valid message. Only the receiver and the sender knows the key. So whenever the receiver receives the message, that indicates that he can properly decrypt the data. That means the data is actually authentic one. So that is the technique we used in the conventional encryption. Sometimes in this conventional encryption, message includes some error detection code as well as some sequence numbers. The receiver assured that whenever he got the error detection code, the receiver assured that no alteration have been made. The message is not modified and the sequence number is proper. Sometimes with the message they are adding some timestamp. The receiver is assured that the message has not been delayed. When the message has been transit over a network, there is a normal expected delay. Not go beyond that normal delay. If the message send is go beyond that normal delay, that means somebody modify the data. The next one is called as message authentication without message encryption. In this case, we are encrypt the data here. In conventional encryption, we are encrypt the data before transmitting. That is, third opponent cannot see that data. It's confidential. But here in the second case, message authentication without message encryption. That means the message is actually sent in a plain text without any, the message is not here confidential one. In that case, there are many different techniques are there. for message authentication without message encryption, and some of the techniques we discussed here is called as message authenticated code and one-way hash function. In all of these approaches, an authentication tag is generated, and that authentication tag is appended to each message before the transmission. This message itself is not encrypted, so it can be read at the destination independently. So even the opponent can see what actually the message contains. If any modification is done, then the authentication will be checked at the destination. Here I will give you the situations where we can use message authentication without message encryption. An application in which the same message is broadcast to a number of destinations. For example, a message called as notification to users that the network is not available. It is cheaper and more reliable if you have one destination which is responsible for monitoring the authenticity. Thus, the message must be broadcast in a plain text with an associated message authentication tag. The responsible system performs authentication. If any violation occurs, the other destination systems are alerted by general alarm. There is no need of multiple authentication. One system will be checked for the authenticity. Second example is an exchange of information in which one side has heavy loaded and cannot afford the time to decrypt all incoming messages. Two systems are communicating with each other. One system is very heavily loaded and it cannot perform any decryption for all the messages. So in that case, you are using some authentication on selective basis by using some plain text as the message. Next example is authentication of computer program in plain text is an attractive service. Instead of sending a computer program in a decrypted format where the destination has to where the programs are sent in an encrypted format and the destination has to decrypt it every time, which is a time consuming. Instead of that one, you send the program, any program, in a plain text with some authenticated code. At the destination, you check for the integrity. It will save our time by eliminating the decryption process.